Alright, so I'm going to do a basic walkthrough of gang mechanics. So right here, this gang button down here, you can see everything that when you're in a gang. Let's actually just go over the basics here. If you're an R4 or R5, you're going to have more access here than your average member. So if you see things that we have access to or I have access to, that's why. One of the things being R5, I can transfer leader, which it warns me, are you sure you want to do this? Because then they become R5. You've also got send messages, direct, that's the same for others. But you can also, with members in your clan, from this screen, you can help and you can actually send them food or iron. And it'll send a transport. It'll actually send a transport from your city, use up one of your march queues, and you can send. And that sending is also dictated by these details right here. The level of your gang MC determines the amount of tax that's taken off of every transport, so you want to keep that in mind too, because you're not actually sending the full amount, you're going to be sending that less the tax. Now you saw that little thumb, or that little icon that showed up there. It's also, when that shows up there, this changes this gang one down here as well. And that's gang help. So that's any time that you're building something or you push, ask help or request for help or speed up or whatever, it'll show up there. And so then inside of here, from this main screen, you can see that we're clanned right here with Cell. It shows right there. You can see our gang card. This is what people see when they come to our gang or to join our gang. You can see who our listed allies are. So it's good there. We update that as the game goes on. From here you can look in rankings, see where you're ranking. And then you've also got ruin income as a gang, so this is building up from the different cities that we occupy. See here on the right. And this is also another way to see when things open throughout the game. Like it says here, the launch pad will be open here in 4 days and 3 hours. So this is where we come in. I believe it as an R5 or R4 or R5, you can come in and claim. I don't think a regular member can do that. And then that gives you gang coins, which can be used for here. And I most often get AP, or I try to save up and then get the 8-hour speed up in general, depending on if there's need, as well as these. It's always good to get some teleports built up, so that way for kill day you can go around and you can get easy to bounce around the map and get extra points. You've also got, I want to show you this real quick, so it's here, this exchange. Now when you actually end up getting too many medals, like look at all these medals I have for Derek and for Sir Francis, they're already maxed out at 5 on level 5 on all their skills, so really I can exchange all of these and let's get rid of them all. Might as well do that here on camera and show you guys. Okay, so that just gave me a shitload more gang coins there. Go to the shop. I'm actually going to get myself a teleport. Got 40,000 left and I'm getting low on AP. I'm going to get one of those. Alright, so back to here. This is where you have your rally screens when you're in a clan. If you can see here, this is rally was started by an FTW member. This one was started by Cell. So you can join either when you're in a clan. Territory, these are the types of buildings that can be built. Gang distributors, service stations, super turrets. Now if we get into more of a war dynamic where we really need to reinforce certain distributors that we don't want burned or destroyed, then we're going to reinforce them with super turrets and service stations. We haven't had to do that much in the game yet. So we haven't done that yet. Territory, income, just claim that there as well. And then you see down here this gang warehouse. It allows you to send this to every member, these things when you send these out. Now this can be done typically when we have way more than we need. Right now we're still tight on resources. And you can see here, like when I just press on the ground, go to build. When we look to build additional flags or distributors, look at the cost down here. These are resources on the bottom. And the cost, I won't show you that unless it's in a place it can be built. So let's take a look. So flags can only be built while touching adjacent territory. And that costs 360,000 plus 120, 120. So we have plenty of extra foodstuffs, but these gang coins only come through members actually farming within the territory. So everything that'll be collected here, that also gives us gang coin points. So that's another reason it's important as much as we can. And the reason we're building territory looks kind of sporadic right now. If you'll notice, each one of those is either catching or on its way to catch one of these gang resource nodes. So these resource nodes, these big mega junkyards and mega food houses, they replenish every 24 hours once they're out. And they have 6 different spots around them. And so those ones are more permanent. The other ones, see here, they show up when we zoom in a little bit more. like these guys, once they're depleted, they regen somewhere else in the zone on the map, so they're not always going to necessarily be in your territory. But if you can farm it while it's in the territory, then you get the points for that. So there's that gang. I just hit that gang help down there. I think that's territory. Research. Okay, so for research, this is, oh, well, I actually maxed out. Oh, so close. We're there by 100. Got it. I'll do that. Alright, and this research is almost done too. So these are all filled. And I'll show you this. See how it says the thumbs up on that? And you can't do anything about it? That's a game glitch. And that's actually happened, look, in a couple places. It's very annoying. Look, so it says you have to go here, and then to build that, but then to build that, you have to build these. Yet they all have a thumbs up on them, and you can't actually do anything about it. So right now, it's just once we hit these things, once we get those, and it'll go away, but it's really dumb. So these are the different things you can build, depending on what the buffs are. R4s and R5s have the ability to come in here to recommend research, and to start new research. And then you also have the gang skills. So each one of these is going to be beneficial depending on the dynamic. So extreme hunting experience gained after doing it is 20%. Regeneration of action points increase 50%. And it costs 200k of the gang resources, which we have plenty of, and food and iron. And so this is something coming up on Ultimate Monkey, which we got coming up soon. No, it's going to be a while. We don't have an Ultimate Monkey, but when there's certain days where you get points for hunting mutants, and that is a good day and a good example to utilize. Wrong button. To utilize those gang skills. And so we can set a time, make an announcement, let people know we're going to be boosting this because it lasts for, what does it say in here? I'm not seeing how long it lasts for. I think they usually last like 4 hours, something like that. That's what it says here. Yeah, so I'm actually not sure how long that one lasts. And also, so you guys know, on every screen, anytime you can find these eye buttons, there's so many really good tips and tricks in there just to learn game mechanics, little nuanced things. So this one's Neutral Unit Breaker. That would be actually a good one too for building up points against mutants. This is Increased Gathering, etc., etc. So those are things that can go in effect at different times. These are gifts that people get from purchasing and or completing certain in-game dynamics. Development here, you want to try to get all these boxes because you get the most amount of bonuses every time you get a box. You get a thing called that trumpet thing that you just can add to your points as well. Shows you how to get points there. And then, since we're on it, this is also the place you can hit the help button. Shows a list of all the gangs on the server. And what was the other dynamic that I was going to show? Oh, honor points. So if you click on your command center, the honor points right here. It's got this box ready for me, but also here's your daily quests, season quests, and level quests. And so season, I was so close. Just a little more battles, and I would got 1.2k points here, which would upgrade your level here. And so here's the dailies. So you can see down here some of these can be refreshed. So if you're not going to be able to do this or something in the day, you can refresh it for another one. And those give you honor coins and honor points. So you can use the shop here. And I think that's about it. It's already a pretty long one, so I'm going to let this go. Those are overall gang mechanics. If you have any questions or tips or tricks to add, please do let me know, and I can make additional videos and things along the way.